Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
DJ Block and my wife Carrie Pink here again today. What's our show about today?
So today we want to talk about, or we want to give our thoughts on the own docu-series Black Love.
Yep, good show. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's a really good show.
So we just finished watching episode 4, right? And I think that's the final episode of the series. So what do you think?
Shows a lot of black excellence. Shows what marriage is about. Good and bad, tough and thin.
Tough and thin.
Tough and thin. I don't, that's my own thing, man.
What's tough and thin?
I don't know. It was cool. It was really good though. I was happy with the production. It's basically just husband and wives talking about their relationship, how it took them to get to the state of being married, keeping married, talking about the
You're so West Indian.
what?
Keeping married? Staying married.
Staying married,
Keeping married.
keeping married, staying married. Basically, just talking about all the good and bad. It's not an easy road, and we've been married 6 years, 7 in April 2018, and it's a fight, but it's a commitment. It's good.
A fight to stay together?
No, not like that. I mean, like, it's not. People will get into it. This is why we're doing this. So we'll explain.
Okay.
A fight was the wrong word to use. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, so they covered a lot of topics over the series that we thought were good to talk about today, particularly as a married couple in our 30s with children, right? Like, it's one thing to be married, and then it's one thing to be married with kids. Like, that makes it different. And then we got 6 kids. Well, 5. And
You don't
on the
know.
way. 6.
You be bugging.
6.
It's 5.
It's soon to be 6.
Yeah, but he's not here yet. Look.
Okay, soon to be 6. And so that makes the dynamic even more different, right? So in the first episode they talked about like where love begins, right? And how it's not always about who you're going to be in the future, right? They talked about that in today's episode, like that who you are in the future, that's not who you're going to marry. You have to marry who the person is today.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's correct. People change. Who you were 5 years ago is not who you are today.
Yeah.
Who you're going to be in another 5 to 10 years is totally different, and you got to understand, you got to grow with your relationship in your marriage, and you got to grow and accept that person for who they are, and that's where love comes in, to show how strong your love is for that person. It's unconditional love.
Yeah, I think one of the cool things they talked about is that like marriage is a commitment. Like, it's not the stuff that you see on TV. It's not just, oh, I love you. I love you.
where it's a benefit for your relationship, not only a benefit for you. And you do have to get
That's true.
time by yourself, but things you do need to benefit your relationship and not only you. And when you have time to do things for yourself, then you do things for yourself. Everybody needs their own time, but I don't say you lose yourself in a relationship.
Yesterday.
You gain another person that'll help you get through life. And that's what this world is about. You're supposed to be able to be in this with someone. It becomes a lot easier when you're in this relationship and running through this world with someone. Why are you smiling so much?
Because that's so sweet.
Yeah, I know.
So for me, as a woman, it becomes harder, I think. I think it's less of a problem for men to worry about losing themselves in a relationship versus a woman, right? Because then you take on this role as like mother and wife.
Mm-hmm.
And you were a woman before you were mommy and wife. And sometimes you lose that woman because these other titles take over. So I think it's really important for women to maintain themselves, like their interests and their likes and their, because we have to give a lot for our children to do things that make them happy, for our husbands to do things that make you guys happy, and sometimes we put ourselves at the bottom of the list. So I think in that respect, when it comes to not losing yourself, that doesn't mean that you should triumph, right? And that what you want should rule every time. But it definitely is a reminder to not let yourself slip away in the process, right? And that goes into what they were talking about putting your partner first, right? Like, I am a firm believer in that as well, that your partner comes before your kids. Even with, we got 5 kids, he still comes first over the kids, because I only have 18 years to raise them. When they're gone, he's all I got left.
Yep. All you got is each other,
So I gotta like him.
And that's not saying that we just gonna send the kids to the back burner and not take care of them, but we do it together, One hand wash the other. If she's tired, I'll take them, or if I'm tired, she'll take them. Like, you just gotta work together in a relationship and make things move the right way,
And we do things to make sure that we get our time together, even though we're in a house with so many kids. Like, Monday nights, our kids know that's like Ratchet TV night. Go away. And then, like, I was teasing him the other day about our cheap dates.
Yeah, like, I took her to the supermarket. Like, she was tired. She was like, I don't feel like going to the supermarket. I'm like, yo, but we got to go pick stuff up. Let's leave the kids home and let's just go. That's our time to spend time with each other when we don't go out. And we do go out, you know what I'm saying? We go out.
We
like,
still go out, even with 5 kids.
Yeah, we make the best of our time, I'll be like, yo, just meet me here, whatever. We have a 15-year-old, so she can watch the other kids,
Mm-hmm.
So we still make time for each other regardless of whatever the situation is. And it's about spending time with each other. It's not about spending money on this and that, And you got to get the best in when you can do it.
His cheap dates to the supermarket. I was
You ain't
like,
complaining.
man. I was complaining. That day I was complaining.
Yeah, but you was still happy to be with me, though.
Yeah, I was, I guess.
What's up, boy?
We saw marriage very, very clearly in our lives,
Yeah.
And so when we got married, we had ideas about what marriage should look like because of what we saw with our parents. But their marriages were very different from each other. So we realized we couldn't just base our marriage off of theirs.
You gotta create your own.
We had to create our own.
You gotta create your own marriage, even though Sometimes you see stuff on TV, you see stuff with other people, you don't know what's going on in their household. So
that's right.
you got to create your own marriage, what works in your house. It doesn't matter what other people can say. And also, don't forget, take advice from people who's married.
That's right. Don't take advice from your single friends if you're married. They said that in the last episode of the show, and I was like,
Yeah, because they don't know what it is to be married.
They quick to tell you to throw in the towel and move on.
Yeah.
Because they don't know.
I'm for black love, you know?
I'm for black love, too.
I mean, you marry who you marry, but I like to see my black people together. I like to see them married, because we are from success and black excellence.
That was interesting that the girl who was in the interracial marriage said she's not really an advocate of interracial marriage because of the assumptions that come with it. And her reason is the exact reason for me why I would never take an interracial relationship that far when I was dating, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm your token, and I don't want to be. That's not cool.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so
It's right, then I'm gonna do it. But you know, if certain situations ain't right, then we gotta be like, yo, we gotta figure this out.
listen, this guy is the type of guy, if he's gone for a week, he's like, I miss you guys so much. I want to come home. So I think it would be hard for you to do time on the road like that. Like, I'm probably the one who would be more likely to be like, yeah, listen, we're going to chase these checks. Like,
yeah, it depends on what you're doing, you know, like.
I'd be the one to push you out the door to be like, go.
Yeah, but I work in audio, so when pro audio, so I DJ and I also do live sound engineering. So DJing is a different situation. Somebody paying me to go DJ, I'm going, like whatever, I'm gonna go do it. But live sound engineering, I like it, but it's not like I want to be the show. It's a different situation, but yeah, you know, your family comes first, and my family comes first in my relationship.
Over my job. I think that's a good thing for us to talk about, the fact that, like, how we support each other's endeavors, right? Like there's some couples where if the husband was in the profession that you're in, where you got to be out at night, late night, multiple nights in a row, like, this would become an area of issue for them.
Yeah, for some people it is, you know. Also, I've spoken to, like, some of my friends, and, you know, in this profession, you got to buy equipment. You need to buy equipment to make money. It's a money-making, that's how the business works. You got to spend to make. And I was talking to him about speakers and stuff like that. He's like, yo, your wife gonna kill you. Carrie Pink gonna kill you. I'm like, nah, yo. Like, she understands the grind. She's not like that. She knows you have to invest in your product to be able to do stuff. Like, you can't just play the cheap role, you know. And
I bought one of your first turntables when you went digital.
She sponsored me.
I was the sponsor.
Made it back though. Made that money right back. But you know, you gotta have a team, you know. And she is my team. She is my number one supporter. Backbone, you know, helps me out with a lot of situations that I go through with dealing with clients and stuff like that, because she's politically correct, and I'd be like, yo, I'm not doing it. No.
That's true. At least you're honest.
Yeah, you know. And the same thing with her. Like, I have to be supportive. And before, early in a relationship, sometimes I wasn't supportive. I was like, yo, you going too much. Like, you going, like, what do you mean you gotta go again? But then you realize, like, they can't hear you whispering.
Yes, they can.
No, I didn't want her to stay home, but, you know, it was just like...
Yes, he did. He wanted a homebody wife. Somebody who would be home and cook and clean and just go to her regular little job and come home after work and just cater to the family and to him.
Yeah, but I realized regular little job don't cut it all the time.
Mm-hmm. And I had to make him see the light.
Yeah.
It was a struggle. but we made it. So, okay, what do you think about this one where the guy said he's a girlfriend?
What do you think about it? You want me to talk so much? You
I
talk.
just, I want to, well,
Well, you want me to answer that?
I don't
Because
agree with that. For a certain number of reasons.
Well, explain what he said and then say why you don't
Well,
agree.
he was basically saying, like, you gotta stay the girlfriend, right? Like, because the girlfriend is what got you to be the wife and the mommy. But I feel like that's not accepting the fact that roles change, right? And people change. And when you become mommy and wife, there's a whole new set of responsibilities. I can't still be acting like the girlfriend when I'm now the mother and the wife. There's too much other stuff on my plate. At least not every day.
I don't think he
You
was
know?
saying every day. I think he was basically saying don't forget what got you to become the wife or the mom, you know, because at one point you was being, you know, sexy. Not saying that every wife isn't sexy anymore. You know, some wives forget, you know, what.
See that side eye?
No, but he's being honest. I understand what he's talking about. Like the same thing with me. Like if all of a sudden we married and I never go out on a date with you, I never take you anywhere. I just want to sit home on the weekend and watch football or play video games. And he'd be like, "Yo, what happened to when we was dating? You used to take me out, you used to do this, and now you just stopped because we married and we got kids." That's kind of like what he's saying. Like don't forget what you was doing as a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I think that goes both ways, not just a woman. Don't forget to be a girlfriend. Like I understand, and
Okay.
it gets
as
hard.
long as it goes both ways.
Yeah, it gets hard when you married and
But
you
it
got
does
kids
get
and stuff
hard.
like that.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
you get caught up in work and trying to get this and get that done for the house, and you're like, "Yo, I'm tired,"
Yeah.
you know. But sometimes when you're tired, you still got to do it.
You don't have a choice but to do it, especially when you have a family. You're like, you can't tell your kids, I'm tired this week. Y'all not gonna eat.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. All in all, I mean, I think they covered a lot of good topics. They put a light on the reality, right? Like, especially to have celebrity couples on there. Like, I think that's important because people think celebrities' lives are perfect because they have money, right? And it just goes to show, like, especially like Tia and Corey talking about their relationship, and he's like, look, financially, I wasn't there. You know, I didn't have it. He realized he didn't have to wait. You know, like if this is somebody you want to be with, they're going to ride with you whether you've got dollars or not. You know, so I think that was good because so many people get wrapped up and think like celebrity relationships must be perfect.
Yeah, no.
You know?
Or just because they think they have money. Like, money don't make a relationship perfect.
Or
It
even,
don't.
I mean, even,
It don't make it what people think it makes it.
yeah,
Like,
it doesn't.
there's broke people who happier than people who got money. And there's rich people who happier than broke people just because they got money, and then when they don't have the money, they gone.
Yeah. You know, I think that was really important, you know, because it shows like the realness of their relationship.
Yeah.
And then even beyond money, I mean, there's so many factors that play into whether or not your marriage is going to make it. You know, legitimately, like, how committed are you? You know,
Gotta be
like,
committed.
how much do you want us to see this person win in life? Like, no matter what, even when you don't like them.
Simple things, man, like not going to bed upset. Sometimes it happens, but you don't want that to happen 4 or 5 nights out of the week. Then you got a problem.
Yeah.
Maybe once. Like, we don't argue no more. We used to. I mean, we get into disputes about different situations, but or disagreements, and I'm like, all right, whatever. That's what you think. All right, cool, whatever. I'm out, whatever. Not gonna sit there and dwell and argue and fight. Like, communication is a big important part. You know, talking.
Well, we're learning now, even after all this time, right? We're learning now that sometimes you gotta walk away and come back and talk about it later. You know, like when you're not mad.
Yeah, and you gotta fight fair.
You do.
No low blows, stuff like that. That
No,
ain't getting you
no.
nowhere. That's just hurting the other person,
Not
you know?
cool.
And making sure the other person eats at night. Like little simple things like, yo, did you eat today? I'm about to take out some food. Do you want some food?
Yeah,
Like,
that's one thing I
stuff
think
like
we're
that,
really
like-
good at. Even when we're mad at each other, you know, you're like, you want a plate?
yeah, like, I'm not gonna send you to bed hungry, you know? Like, that's just stupid. And you got food in the house, like, nah, you go figure it out yourself. That's
Right.
stuff like that just brings you apart, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's important. You know, they didn't talk about that at all, but I think that that's really important. Like, still remembering to be a husband and wife, even when you're not liking each other at the moment. You know, like, I'm never gonna. I mean, what were we watching where that happened? And the guy was like, you didn't make me anything to eat. You know, but the girl was eating. I don't know. Anyway, she was eating and she didn't make him anything to eat because she was mad. Like, I'm not gonna have my husband starve because I'm angry. Like, I may not serve you, but I'll make the food. You know, so I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody sort of needs to take a look at that docuseries and really,
it's really good.
Really get an inside peek into what it takes. You know, and it gets even deeper than that.
Right.
You know,
it's a lot of
it
work.
really does.
It's a lot of work. It's not a bad thing though. You know.
I hope
gotta
they
make the
get
best
a
of
season
it.
two because
Yeah,
season
shout out to them. You know, the producers. I don't remember.
Cody and Tommy.
Cody and Tommy. You know, respect to you guys for putting that together. Showing Black Love. We hope you guys get some more episodes. Maybe you could get us on there. But it's a really good show. I told my friends in the chat room that I am. They usually check it out. It's really cool, you know.
And the wives group that I'm in, we've all been watching it together. And our personal friends actually are on the show, Latoya Scott and Andre Brown. So shout out to them. They had an amazing viewing party in New York, and it was cool to see someone you know who you don't necessarily talk with on that level. Like, how did y'all really get together? You know, like, how did this happen? To hear their story was really cool, and those are my personal friends up in New York. So
yeah, so
dope.
You know, stay tuned to our channel. Don't forget to share. Hit that share button. Hit that like button. Subscribe.
Give us a thumbs up too. We got thumbs up on our North Carolina pros and cons video.
Yeah, look out for some more videos. We will try to bring these to you like every week. She has me doing this every week. Like, yo, we gotta do our show. We gotta do our show. She's been telling me about this since what, 10
years,
something like that.
I don't even know. You know how many YouTube checks we missed? No, I'm just kidding.
But you know, thank you for watching. Subscribe, share, tell your friends, check us out,
and check out Black Love.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Marriage, Money, and Music Show. I'm your host, Carrie Pink, co-hosted by DJ Block, and we will see you next time. Bye.